Well, I don't know. I just attempted this video, so I'll just hold off and enter into what I call a preamble because I don't want to waste my breath. But it got cut off. I wonder why. I don't know. Yeah, and I've called it, and it's channeling Updatey for KATY, Tim. That's an employee of Facebook. And of course, Mark Zuckerberg, always get his name wrong, who is the CEO of Facebook. Well, hi, Mark. Thanks. Thank you. Haresh Befner joined. Welcome. I've just received an email from you to the effect that it contained copies of 2 receipts from the IMF. Supposedly, it didn't look genuine to me, and the FBI. Again, it didn't look genuine to me. But the money involved with these receipts was £1,150, which is quite a substantial sum of money. And they were paid many months ago. But the issue you have brought to my attention, if it was you, was that both these sums had a 30-day limit on them. In other words, I paid this money, but it's only valid for 30 days. And that may or may be a fact, but the other fact is that Kate Tim, who is your Facebook employee, supposedly overlooking lottery winnings or winners, didn't inform me of that. And surely under the circumstances, I shouldn't have to repay this money at all. And she should be sacked, take it out of her wages. And I'm waiting for my lottery winnings, if they're genuine, and my Highlander Toyota car, which I've paid now, which I did ask as well. I'd like all the receipts of all the payments that I've paid over a year now, and the certificates dated and whatever, and I've got it all here on my computer file, rare. But the interesting point I would point out, Mark, that there's not a court in the land that is going to believe that you didn't know that you were being impersonated, if you were, by scam artists, filth, based in Nigeria, according to the FBI, that this is an organised scam based in Nigeria, and that this has been going on for over a year. And I've posted various videos as such as this on Facebook, and that no one's got back to you to inform you, hey, there's this guy in Scotland and he's been paying money to who he thinks was you, and yet it's some scam filth based in Nigeria. I don't know, mate. But the issue is to me, but I'm just channeling this in the spirit, to impersonate a government body such as the FBI and the IMF, right, by sending fraudulent receipts with people's names on. They both got a name, whatever. They look very pathetic and scammy. It's a federal offence. And as such, the FBI now is compelled to take action. They might not, excuse me, cosmic humour 18 plus, give a fuck about a disabled old age pensioner who's been scammed, and might think, well, this doesn't really come under our remit and jurisdiction and all that. Although morally I would argue against that, personally. But for people who are now, if they are, impersonating the FBI, impersonating the IMF fund, right, are committing a federal offence? I don't know, because this video, once it's done, I can get it sent to various groups within Facebook that are in connection with President Trump. Now, of course, he's got a lot more bigger affairs to deal with than dealing with scam artists based in Nigeria and old age pensioners such as me that have been ripped off. I don't know. We'll see. But the thing is, it will get to his attention, and hopefully we can get this sorted out. I mean, if it's genuine, then people are saying, no, it's genuine, you can't, Cosmic Humour. I'm afraid you have just got to pay an extra 1,150. And of course, it's Christmas time. And there's no way I've got that money because I am a disabled pensioner, right? And whatever. And then I've got to wait till the new year. But at the moment, I have been using all through this process my pendulum, but that might bring in issues. But there you go. There are cases and well known. So just invite my guides and helpers to draw close. And I also ask for protection from Archangel Michael. It's just, different people all have obviously got different guides, but more importantly, they might ask various protective deities of their religious persuasion. There you go, because Tibetan Buddhism has certain entities that act as protectors. Shall I pay this £1,150 to Facebook, please? Well, I'm getting a clear no, but that could be because of this video and that things need to crack off. It's just all karmic. So I seem to be in good spirits. I have asked that the angelic kingdom draw close because of this. Well, you can see I seem to be in quite good spirits, although I might have been ripped off for thousands of pounds, because over that year, it's not just the IMF fees that have been paid, which I've got receipts for, but I've got it all in funny enough, a black book. And a lot of these payments as well are on file because they were made, it's complicated, by Amazon cards. And there's been a couple of dodgy transactions with them where I've lost hundreds of pounds, where the cards went missing and Facebook said, well, it's nothing to do with us, right, whatever. But all this is on record. But more importantly, the angelic kingdom are well aware of what's been going on here. And that's the message I've been getting. That yes, Graham, you've thrown the pendulum in previous occasions and you've got the go-ahead to pay, even though many people have said it's a thing. And yes, you have all these emails which are possibly fake. But now you've come to a point where you can't pay £1,150. It's Christmas coming, and I've just got my pension coming, actually today, but for £400. And that lasts me for 2 weeks, and that's it. I've got no money in the bank. I'm not your average American fat cat, if you want to call it, whatever, person. I'm disabled, so I can't work. And this has been informed to these people. If they are scam or whatever. If you happen to know Kate Tim within Facebook, please tell her that I'm not very happy with her performance, and in my opinion she should be sacked. You have cost me thousands of pounds. I should have been informed at the time that these payments had a time. That's your job. You are supposed to be, if you are a person working with lottery winners, and obviously advising them over the process. My case might be a bit unique because I am a very poor disabled pensioner, that it has taken me over a year to be able to pay all these fees that I've been asked to pay. And it has entailed me selling my personal, such as I had, belongings. I am an avid bird watcher, and I had to sell two, I suppose my pride and joy, spotting scopes. I won't go into it, we're only 10 minutes, right? And this sort of thing's been going on. And this shenanigans, if it is that, has been going on for over a year. So thank you, Harish, for joining us. This is an open one, or I've done one to FBI, and that's through a closed group, and they will screen it first, and they will either take action or they could post it, but I don't think they will, but they will certainly have been put on the spot. I'm implying that I'm not just an old age pensioner based in Scotland that has been ripped off, possibly by scam merchants based in Nigeria, but these scam merchants, filth, right, have now sent and are guilty of, if they are, impersonating government bodies. So I do appeal to you, President Trump, because this will be sent to various places, that some kind of action is instigated against, if it is the case, against Mark Zuckerberg, even though these people were impersonating him through his email address, okay, but he's still morally, in my opinion, legally responsible, because he must have been aware of this situation, because I've posted many videos and things on Facebook. I've posted my winning certificate, which he emailed me to say, could I stop doing it because fraudsters could access my winnings. Well, I'd have thought my winnings should have been put in a bank account, not put in some big container that's been implied, this big bulletproof case. And also because of that, I should have been accruing interest on $750,000 US, and that interest would more than pay over a year, had it been done, these fees, which are totally out of order to someone who's disabled. So again, I put that in for the admin of Facebook. You need to get your act together. This is out of order. It's not acceptable, if it is the case, that a disabled person who can't work because of his disablement should be treated the same as a fully able-bodied or able-minded person who can work and accumulate capital, can get bank loans, which I can't. I'm restricted to a £200 credit card. Sorry, debit card. It's not credit. I think I can have, contradict myself, a credit card up to £200. That's it. So generally I live hand to mouth. And it's Christmas time. Hi. And I've got a few relatives I'd like to send money to. Matty, based in the Philippines, if anyone's watching the news, they're having some freak storms. I posted a photograph, actually. No electricity and sitting around with candles, eating their rice, right? Bless them. And she, unfortunately, but that's life, but there you go, had her purse snatched. So she's without any money, and I promised her I will send her some money. Well, actually today or tomorrow, once the dust follows. I'm just putting the thought up. No, I'll leave it at that. Anybody connected with Facebook who'd like to get in contact with me, please do. I've insisted and asked many times, again, but all under the guidance of a pendulum, can someone phone me? Can Tim video chat me? Because I'm actually dyslexic as well, so it's been a real pain in the ass having to do all these texts with one finger. And you can't really get into a flowing communique with someone like that. I generally do this, video chat with people, but that was denied. And in minutes I'd have seen if this was actually Kate Tim, as an example. She just had to do a 2-minute, I said this, supervised video chat with me. Hi, John Shovey. And that would resolve the issue. But no. So I don't know. It could be genuine. But even so, if it is genuine, there's no way I can pay this £1,150. Now, by now it'll take at least 2 months, and it'll mean my whole Christmas will be ruined, although my whole year's been ruined. I've had to be living hand to mouth now for over a year. When I think of the thousands of pounds over a year that has been paid to Facebook, if it was Facebook, even though they're well aware that I am, or were they, disabled pensioner who was the lowest of the low in the financial ratings of things. Now, I want to end on a different note. That is the pendulum I use, and not as if that matters. Pendulums can give you false readings, and that's all karmic. So I'll go off on that. Yeah. And that's why I appear to be quite calm, that this is all in the hands of the angelic kingdom. And always is. So one can get angry, but realize these people, whoever and whatever they are well known to the angelic kingdom. And they're well aware of the good, if you like, that I'm intending to do, and that I really do need a vehicle. The money's obviously brilliant as well, but running costs, but I do actually need a vehicle to continue with my, as I see it, spiritual work, which is visiting various power points with a pyramid and with water, blessing the water, and then distributing that water to any natural source, river, whatever, the sea, whatever, to help purify the planets. It's actually an act of planetary healing. And all this is scientifically verifiable. So I can just drop a few names on that. You want to check out the science of using water and what water is, very special element. Check out any of the works by Emoto, a Japanese scientist, well known to those of us who are aware, if you like. And you want to check out what pyramids are about, check out Russian pyramid research. There is a scientist associated with this, but if you put this in your web browser, that'll get you on the right trail. You want to check out where you can get your own PVC pyramid, which the Russians have proven, funny enough, that they're far better than any metal construction. So the pyramid I have for mobile use, admittedly, is a copper one. I mean, it works, and it's not as if it's an issue, but I haven't written him down, actually. But he's set up a company, basically online, and you'll see it, PVC pyramids. If you put that in the browser, you'll find it. And he sells kits. And he's designed them himself and developed them. And they're the best I think you can get, because they're 6 or 7 foot high, but the lengths are split in two, if you follow me. So you're only looking at a 3 foot long package to take on the plane, and they're PVC, imagine that, very light, and you'll just get a top stone, which is made of PVC, and 4 corners made of PVC. So it's a kit, but it all goes down to about a 3 foot thing. And obviously you get a bag for it, and so it's very easy to take around. That's why it's designed it like that. And of course your water, well, is anywhere, but you put any water under a pyramid, it will be purified. I've got someone messaging me, but I can't. And like I say, it's something anybody can do. I did a previous video actually about this. It's posted to YouTube, and the effect of that was, in my humour, because it's cosmic humour 18 plus. Yeah, age, I'm afraid I can't. Right. The most constructive thing someone can do who wants to help with the whole situation, and we all know the planet is going through changes and needs our assistance, with the assistance of the angelic kingdom, I might add. They're the ones that really doeth the works, and that we shouldn't get, which is a pitfall we all get into, get on a big ego trip about whatever it is we're doing. The hip term was, don't lay your religion, or another one, same difference, don't lay your trip on other people, meaning you might be all excited about what you're doing with your life, great, but don't expect other people to share that. As we've seen, most people, excuse me, are pig cunt ignorant, right? So even though you can say sometimes saying, oh, this is all scientifically verifiable, they still will follow whatever the government policy is, oh, it's all right, don't do nothing and keep going down the pub, right, and, buying all the things and being a good consumer, all right. But a lot of people have woken up and are waking up. Time of the Sixth Sun, a brilliant set of videos that have been recently released. And I've just acquired, I can't get them out now, but acquired the physical set, although you can also get access permanently to the digital set of them. That meaning via your computer, once you've paid a fee, you have access to all the videos and the soundtrack and all the rest of it. And it's a brilliant way to share the light. Ask a few friends around so I've got these videos, incidents, know what you think. Again, they make their mind up. Each person is responsible for their own life and their own actions. That's just flashed in. Again, told to give a really big mention to the brilliant new LP just released, Everyday Life by Coldplay. Now this is for you, just a few minutes. I was channeled an outline for a charity. In fact, you can see it back there. See it? Here, red dot and the black unicorn. Now this initially was channeled along quite a few years ago, actually. And it was initially called The Theatre of Unemployment. And I believe William Shakespeare was involved. But again, we don't do that. But I can't prove that, but it can, because this is a William Shakespeare quote included. And I certainly didn't have the legal ability to channel an outline. Well, I had the ability to channel, contradict myself, but myself. to actually have the legal knowledge. But this whole outline for a charity, status, blah, 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 finance, was channeled in response to prayer way back when we had the Ethiopian crisis. And we all know the response was, it was Live Aid or Band Aid and all the rest of it. Well, this is what I put to you. Coldplay, you want to go on tour, yes, and you don't want to disrupt the environment and all the entail of thousands of people trooping along to concerts, go online. But the twist is, it's a finish up actually. Yeah, thanks. Right. So it's like a Live Aid concert. It can just be yourself. Can be other musicians. I can think of a few, and I'm sure you can, are on the same wavelength. Beautiful band based in Bristol. Been told not to get too much into name dropping, but they know who they are. And if this was to be instigated, there's this idea of doing another Band-Aid, you call it something different, but to raise funds for charity. This is a bit that wasn't finished yesterday. The Vatican did twist Christianity, and the whole concept of tithing was distorted. The scriptural injunction is, and again, how are they going to prove I'm wrong? I don't know who's channeling through me now, but clearly the scriptural injunction for tithing was to give 10% of your income to charity. Big difference. Not 10% of your income to the church, Vatican, get it, organized, structured religion. Whoa. Jesus Christ appointed Mary Magdalene to continue the teaching or the apostolistic role for the Christian church. Peter, who was supposedly the first pope, was rebuked in the Garden of Gethsemane. I know this because I did an agape and I was channeling then and acted out what happened. And it was Peter that tried to talk Jesus out of his known role to be crucified. Jesus knew. That's why if you look in the scriptures, there's little bits. He sweat blood. He was up all night. And he knew he was going to be betrayed, if you like. But Peter tried to talk Jesus out of it. And I enacted this in present day time jargon, if you like, to make it accessible to the people in it. And so the words I used was, leave it out. This is Peter. Right? You don't want to do that. But if you do this, and if you do that, which was left out, and that's how it was channeled, but whatever, just suggestions. Jesus, I then portrayed Jesus, rebuked the devil or Satan, the powers of darkness that were clearly using Peter. Even the elect shall be deceived. Can't do it now, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but it was. Draw up closer. Get behind me, Satan! And when I did this in the agape, fucking hell, because I literally rebuked Satan, who was trying to inspire or influence people within the Jesus Fellowship Church, Cornhill Manor, and this could all be verified. It's the only agape I took. It done the trick. Rebuke the devil, but or Satan, okay, these are just words, but within the church elders. Yeah. So anyone who wants to check me out on that, yes, I've got quite a colourful 3 years plus training within the Jesus Fellowship Church, have been baptised, which in itself, you go to Jesus Fellowship Church, I don't just baptise anybody. You're prepared, and rightly so, for baptism. I think I was there quite a few months, so that's normal. But what isn't too normal is I'm not only baptised and given the virtue name of Lifebringer, that name, which I use on YouTube, Graham Clark Lifebringer, right, is a virtue name given to me by the Jesus Fellowship Church. And I've also had, I'll finish that off, how we don't refer to, oh yeah, right. I've also had ministries for ministries. And there's videos about this on YouTube again. I won't go all over that, and I've got a written account, but various ministries, spiritual gifts I was anointed for and recognized. More importantly, that's the symbolism of ministries of ministries. It's the brethren, your church, fellow church members, that bore witness or bear witness that you have moved in these spiritual gifts. Healing, prophecy, words of knowledge, the cutting word, which isn't such a deliverance ministry. Oh yeah, I was being trained in this. It's all right. Got a slight little bias, and every now and then Yahoo flashes in asking me to use their thing. But the computer, bless it, she's been through quite a bit, this little MacBook Air, and I've run out of any computer buffs. I've got 2 Mac identities. I haven't really said that right. 2 identities on. It does, see, things like this sometimes it does, and I've noticed this, but that's good. That's the human element. The most purest channel you can come across will have the slight little flutters, because we've all got a bit of ego left. I wouldn't be here. And so the ego's entering in, right? And suddenly I've lost the track, right? But it'll come. It's not that important, and people already know what I'm talking about. iCloud. Yeah, it's done it again. So that's what's bugging me, right? It doesn't stop the video, and you won't see it, but it's just this thing. So iCloud, right? I've got 2 identities by that email addresses, accounts. One of them I'm paying actually for up to 200 gigabyte of storage. But the other one under my old, you understand, email address is only the basic free package. And I keep getting messages flashing up here saying, please, can you sign in your, to the effect of your iCloud space has run out. And I have to keep stopping it because I can't remember the password. This goes back years. I checked all my book, no. And it's a different email address. Whether that matters, I have to, it's a case of me going to a Mac shop, which is Aberdeen, 75 miles away. you're looking at a good hour, 2 hour bus ride. I can do it, but whatever. And that could be sorted. Right, so Mary Magdalene, the true head of the Christian church. Not St. Peter and not the Roman Catholic Church, right? Tithing, not to give money to the church. You can do that in a collection process. Yes, if you go to a meeting and the meeting's in a nice, beautiful building and you've got to contribute to the running costs, fine. That's okay. But to tithe means every week you give 10%, supposedly, of your earnings. Well, that's what Black Unicorn was about. It was actually a practical outline of how this could be done through all the performing arts. And it would be a charity. Ah, wow. If you do get to see this, members of Coldplay, I'd like to invite you all to act as patrons to set this charity up. And you can see the outline. It's behind my head, right there. That's a poster. And if you look down, you'll see there's leaflets. And this is at the Findorn Foundation printing press now, because I've had thousands of these printed. And if I look around, I've got them. But I can soon post that online and you can read it for yourself. Go and get legal advice, you know. Yeah. Oh, it is. It was submitted to the Charity Commission by Margaret Thatcher. And there's an I'm watching the interesting story behind that. I was a penniless out of work bum, which of course being disabled is that, but I was technically on the dole then, but I'm now over 65, so I get a different benefit. Like I say, I get what's called PIPs, personal independence payment. So it is to do with me having disability. I am technically, legally defined as being a disabled person. Right? I've got diabetes, I've got a blood clot, been all through this, but that's why the car that I've been told I'm meant to be getting from Facebook is obviously such a magnet, and I do need a car, there's no doubt about it. And to have so-called 750,000 US dollars, which works out about £600,000 for running costs, and whatever, right, is. But the thing is, it could all be a scam. So we've gone round in a circle, and it could have escalated a bit because ripping off or scamming an old age pensioner who happens to live in Scotland, and you are possibly based in Nigeria, they're on quite a safe wicket. And even though they have been possibly impersonating Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, impersonating Kate Tim, and various other individuals. There's an UPS employee, supposedly, and there's an admin employer called Greg. I've got his name and all that. So there they are. And they've all been in contact with me via, have they, email. So I digress a bit. So to finish off, Mary Magdalene was who Jesus Christ chose to continue the Christian church, if you want to put a label on it. Jesus did survive the cross, of course he did. And there are various possibilities of the truth, and they're probably all partly true, that he ended up in Kashmir and had children and all the rest of it. Yeah, but the thing was, he couldn't have come back because he'd have just been crucified again. So he actually ascended. He's never left. But he's on another dimension, and this is where the Lucis Trust are. Well, I've been told, right, you Coldplay guys and anyone else, check out the Lucis Trust, right? Now, this is esoteric knowledge that a lot of people want to do with Satan, Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer was an angel. And if you want to check out the time of the sixth sun, there's a few mind-blowing facts that are being put out by this series of videos. Another thing worth checking out if you haven't, yeah. Time of the sixth sun. So the Lucis Trust has various things that are all channeled, right, by a lady called Alice A. Bailey, a woman again, right? Oh, women have got a very special role. I think Mr. Tutu, yeah, I share that same feeling. Put the women in charge, because the men, excuse me, are a bunch of cunts. Yeah. Give me a woman anytime. Yeah. I'd far more trust a woman with the administration thing of this planet than any man. Sorry about that, President Trump. That's just a karmic reality. It's the time for the women to take over, because men have fucked it right up. But I won't get into a political thing. What are we? Yeah, we're 40 odd minutes. Well, I generally do this for an hour, so come on. Round it up. So Mary Magdalene. Pyramids. Russian pyramid research. And you'll have all the scientific verification of what's going on. Stargate Pyramids. That's the name of the company online that distributes PVC pyramids. So you can get your own pyramid, which is collapsible. Like I say, it's designed it so they go to 3 foot lengths. So you haven't got a big 6 or 7 foot length, easily to take on the plane. You just compass. The pyramid can be set up, that's it, anywhere in your hotel room. Put your water under it. And that water, you can put your food, everything. That's what your Russian research will teach you. Anything you put under a pyramid is purified, and you're causing the Earth's energy to come up. You're creating a PowerPoint, right? And if you happen to sit under there, meditate or listen to very spiritually inspired music, because that's just to occupy the mind, but that's what I do. Brilliant set of headphones, so I'm not disturbing anybody, right? Give them a plug. Bose have brought out some brilliant collapsible headphones, right? Bluetooth, no cable, and they go over your ears or on them, not over, yeah, on them. So they're small, compact, but they're best headphones I've heard, apart from Neurosound, but they're 250 quid and they are big. Well, I can show you them. Now, that is the Neurosound ones. Neurophone, I believe. And they are technologically the best you can probably get, but they're bulky and heavy. Whereas, well, I may as well do, this is new. There's your Bose ones. Big difference, a lot smaller, compact, because they fold right up. I don't think they've got a name. Oh, yeah. I may as well. They're just called Bose On-Ear, and they're brilliant, right? And they're compact. Quickly round up, come on. Right. So I have an outline for a charity that does need setting up. And of course, me being a penniless bum, right, I've got certain people interested, but and certain people I've contacted, which is miraculous how I did that. Sir Richard Branston, Pete Townsend, The Who, but he actually runs his own charity, so I'll give him that. Took a lot of hassle to get through, and I learned it's all a growing experience. Anyone thinking of trying to set someone up, fax them. So you ring up, you get through to the secretary, don't give a fuck out, and you're all high and you're hyped up. Oh, yeah, right. The mantra that worked for me was, I'd really like to got this document I want to have it. No, straight into the juggler. Have you got a fax number, please, for Sir Richard Branson, please? Here. I said, yeah. I said, I've got this outline, and I'm sure he'd be interested to have a look at it. And of course, it's not getting him to come to the phone and get it, which imagine the chances of being able to do that. Don't, who the fuck, no, fuck up, and that's what these people do. They just swab you. No, he cracked it. He congratulated me actually on my resourcefulness, because then I was able to fax the document, which was the outline for this charity, to him. So he actually got to see that. And he can verify that. At the time, it was called the Theatre of Unemployment. So it just had a name change. Exact same document, but that's it. And it's now called Black Unicorn. And you can see it's there. That's it. An A5, no, an A3, you get it right. And then if you look down below, there's a small leaflet version, which I can soon get copies and I can post it online. So I'd like you to consider that's if this gets there. It doesn't matter. It will if it's meant to. Oh, yeah. Again, the angels set all this up. And that's what I've been saying all along. And it's been my test of faith. I sometimes get 20 people see these videos, or do they? And they're posted up onto YouTube under my bigger name, Laird Graham Clark Lifefinger. Anybody want to double track and check up? And you have to make allowances. I had really wild hair, and we all grow. I was still channeling, but there was a lot more ego coming in, and it's got to quite a refinement. See, I can just drop right now. No, I'm not manic. Well, I've been diagnosed a manic depressive. Hence my not being able to work. When I've gone into psychosis, and when anybody goes into psychosis, altered states of consciousness, you can't go out and become a bricklayer or whatever if you're going through a psychosis. You know what I mean? You are technically dysfunctional, and you will get sectioned. And once you've had that done to you, no one's going to employ you. Oh, where have you been for the last, well, I'd like to know, whatever. Oh, I've been sectioned under the Mental Health Act. Yeah. And I was put in front of a court in Edinburgh. And it's all on legal record, and officially diagnosed as a schizophrenic. I'm not actually, but not as if that matters. Hi. Yes, you're sussed. This is the work I do. And so I've been seeing your thing, but yeah, you'll just have to bear with me. But if you want to have a contact and you can see I'm online, I know I said you could, get into trouble now. Hi, this is my work. I do these videos. If you see I'm online, hi, I can't even pronounce your name, Hazel Singh. Yeah, I know you are, because I did chat to you for a bit from the Philippines. Hi, but I'm just going to round this up actually, and I will be going back to bed. Here, it's 5 o'clock, so I've just got to finish this, and I'm afraid I'm away. but we've connected. This is where you can find me. And yes, things are coming to a bit of a head. So where was I? Pyramids. You can find out Russian pyramid research. I'm going to reiterate, there is a scientist associated it, but you'll find it. Finding out about water is Emoto, a Japanese scientist, where he took water, blessed it, and then froze it and got crystalline patterns that anyone can see. You know, if you send negative, and water absorbs everything around it. This is one of water's unique qualities, very special element, water. But if you put any source of water under a pyramid, it will be purified. There's terms for it. They call it structured water, but that's what I'd advise anyone to do. Get a pyramid, put all your drinking water under it, all your medicines, if you've got the room and the ability, and they will all be transmuted and changed. This is science. But you can add to the process by any water you drink, you bless it. Same as we're meant to bless the food we eat. But these things have got lifted out, right? But yeah, it's a science. You bless your food. You bless your water before you drink it. And that same principle of putting water, you get a big enough pyramid, not actually big, but pyramid, and you bless and purify water, not just for your own drinking, but for planetary healing. And you can incorporate, I'll quickly show mine before I clear off. It's a bit cluttered, so you have to bear with me. This is my pyramid. And it is, so I've got two, you see. That's the one in my living room. You can see all my medicines. That's cannabis oil, CBD oil, 2 lots of water. They're also in like a pyramidical shape. So you're getting into sacred thing. And then I've got special waters from all over the world. Water from the River Ganges, water from the French healing place, and various places will be different for, and there's crystals, and more importantly also the flower of life is incorporated into that design. I end on another little note, a brilliant idea, because it doesn't look like I'm going to become a financial, I have to check that. You messaged me because I'm doing this. You'll lose me track, and you do. I just want to round off now. Yeah, we're 53 minutes, so I'll round this up. Right. So the papal system, cosmic humanity is a load of shit. They distorted the Christian religion. Wasn't intended that a man, a whole papal system again, a man should be God's vicar on earth, load of bollocks. Mary Magdalene was chosen by Jesus Christ to continue the religious Christianity, we'll just say that. And she did. She went to Thailand. How you doing, Axel? And she went went to the Philippines. I know, I've met these people. And okay, I can only say what I feel in the spirit, that they're special. And everyone you meet, but I do mean physical, but it can be online as well. Everyone you meet is special. That doesn't mean you're going to run off and get married or anything, but they are. There's billions of people on the planet, and there's no way physically, apart from online, you can technically meet them all. We're going to end up on this proposed concert. This, I feel, is going to be very much part I'm just pausing for reflection and new input. Make sure I've got this right. Yes, I do. I can do that. I can start and send up thoughts to my guides and not so much argue with them, but can that be rephrased? Is that correct? Is it my, whatever? Right. Coldplay. Whether it's prophecy or what, but you are going to be very much involved with help set up a similar event to Band-Aid. And you're going to consider the information that I've put out, right? Tithing should be, and ask your guides and helpers, should tithing be 10% to charity, not to the church? And this is what Black Unicorn can help facilitate. It's an outline of a charity, and to describe it, it's an alternative promotional agency for all the performing arts. I'm watching the time, right? That means actors, all the performing arts, musicians, everybody can register with the Theatre of Unemployment. So it's all done via computer. And they're basically registering, either giving a contact information, whether it's their manager or what. And they can also include within this what charities they'd like to perform for, if they do happen to have pet charities. And you have another register of contacts within charities. So hypothetically, Coldplay could register and say, well, we'd really like to play for Greenpeace, blah, 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 right? Whatever. And everyone's guided within, so it doesn't matter, it's all perfect. We don't all just do, that's how it is, it's within. And then I can contact Greenpeace, I say I, and say, look, Coldplay would like to do a concert for you, blah, 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 blah. They can provide the staff to help organise the event. You get me? This is just hypothetically, right? So Greenpeace are contacted and you say, yeah, we'd like to do this concert for you, yeah. We'll do one in London, right? Rare, whatever's convenient, rare. Your management, you're allowed to perform so much charity work. It's actually a good tax release, see a management like that. Yeah, how you doing, Mick? Oh, Mick, Sir Mick Jagger. A lot of people don't know that. Did extensive work for the blind and various other things. Because in America, going off tack here, in America, the judges are a lot more flexible. So Mick Jagger, shall we say, was found in possession of some marijuana, shall we say, whatever, who gives a right, it's his right. And the judge, instead of fining him, he might have fined him as well, but said, well, look, he happened to have a pet charity, you see. Probably his relative was blind or whatever. Part of his punishment or thing was he had to do a concert for the blind. So, of course, he did. And it's little things like that got to the attention of the Queen. Well, never mind what the media said, and he's a drug addict, sex man, whatever, right? And we all know what a bunch of, cunts the media are, right? How you doing, BBC? But he was awarded a knighthood, and rightly so. These decisions aren't just made glibly. I'm digressing, it is the hour. Hi, Tiger, or Tigger. Haven't seen you for a bit. What are you doing up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Last I know, mate, you're a working man. We have actually met, me and Tigger, physically. And yeah, everyone that you meet physically is special. Right? And that's where the symbolism of shaking hands come in. you are formally connecting in with that person. So that's what a ritual, you shake, then you've got your Freemason shake, but it's the same thing. So you shake someone's hand, you've connected. And you and their angels, and your angels and their angels, guides and have connected. And that's it. It's fantastic. So you're here, and you'll just get inspired to connect in with someone. We hear this all the time, ring this person out. You don't know why. Ring them up. Oh, yeah, how are you? I know, yeah. Oh, wow, your sister's died. Yeah. But you were inspired to phone them up. You don't know why, but you follow that. Because you can just say, oh, I just had you on my mind, whatever. And if they're busy and don't know, just say, fuck off. That's fine. Nothing harm. But always follow your impulses, because you're being given these little impulses all the time. And if you invite, I've got a clear office now, if you invite the angelic kingdom to draw close, they will. It's a golden rule. A bit of humour, bit like Star Trek. The angelic kingdom can't interfere with your life. You've got to give them permission. They can in excruciating circumstances. You hear stories of people that miraculously survived car crashes and this sort of thing, and don't know how they got out of the vehicle, but they did. That's the angelic kingdom. And we've all got angels. And we just need to invite them to draw close. Whatever situations you're going through, me and this Facebook shite, I know, it's my test. Yeah, there's going to be perfect justice. And that, I've got to go. Thanks, everybody coming in. Thanks, Hazel. I might get you on the phone. It depends. I've got other, because when I finish this, I've still got to upload this to Facebook. So if you're about, we'll probably have another little chat. But it's not looking too good. But oh yeah, I'd certainly want the Philippines, although the Philippines are going through a bit of a rough time. There's a major storm, and I've got relatives. Well, I've told you that. Got little Matty Gregaga, and she's in Salcedo. I told you this the other day. East Samar. I know that Philippines is, because it's loads of little islands. Incredible place. Crystal clear seas. Yeah. Beautiful. And the Philippine people have taken on active responsibility. Sort of brilliant thing on YouTube. Turtles, all the various things. And there are people that have just taken on that role to protect the wildlife. The show's thing, a load of bats in a cave, and this person's taken them under his or her wing to act as their like protectors and make sure their environment isn't destroyed. You can go to these bat caves, and she's there. They live right by it, and that's it. Anyway, I'm off. Thanks for all those that have joined. Have a brilliant Christmas, whatever, and let's hope this space bog stuff gets sorted. Yeah. Bye for now.